From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good morning and happy Friday. We have a couple nights ahead of us where lows are going to be right around freezing, specifically for the Kittitas and the Yakima Valleys. Winds coming back for tomorrow. Shower and thunderstorm chances coming back for tomorrow as well. Okay, first let's talk about the wind gusts that we have for this morning. It still is a bit breezy in the Kittitas Valley. Some residual breezes elsewhere, but definitely the windiest locations this morning up in the Cascades and in the Kittitas Valley. Those current real feels, just given that we do have some wind gusts out there, feels like it's in the 30s and 40s for lower elevations. Even feels like we're down into the teens up towards White Pass. Okay, here's your coat cast for this Friday for the Tri-Cities. This is the first time in a while where I don't have any t-shirt weather. I think it's going to be mostly light jacket weather for today. We'll have a mixture of sun and clouds. Those cool highs in the 50s and 60s with those winds making it feel a little bit cooler. Shower and thunderstorm chances starting to pick up in the Kittitas Valley. Those will continue as we head into Saturday, also tracking those overnight lows, which we'll talk about coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
And right now, newly obtained documents are shedding light on the resignation of Pasco's former Parks and Recreation Director. Records obtained by Apple Valley News Now reveal the findings of a sexual harassment investigation this morning, the allegations, and the city's response. Plus, a courtroom battle involving the Franklin County Sheriff's Office is taking yet another dramatic turn. A judge now ordered county property to be returned, but hear why the sheriff says the fight will continue. And Washington troopers are reminding drivers one simple click could save a life. New crash data shows hundreds of people killed on state roads last year not wearing seatbelts. Now, the message law enforcement wants you to hear. All that and more coming up next on Good Morning Northwest.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good Friday morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Wendy Redman. Your time is 5:02. We begin this morning with new documents obtained by Apple Valley News Now. They detail the March resignation of Jesse Rice, the former director of Pasco Parks and Recreation, after an investigation into sexual harassment allegations. A city summary says a complaint filed in December led to an external investigation running from January 12th through February 18th. It says the external investigator found all allegations made by a fellow employee were founded. The employee alleged unwanted physical contact, including hugging and kissing on the top of the head, along with repeated unannounced visits that made them feel uncomfortable at work. Rice denied the allegations and resigned before any disciplinary process was completed. In a statement, City Manager Harold Stewart says Pasco followed policy and remains committed to a workplace free of harassment. For more details on the extent of the allegations made against Rice, just visit applevalleynewsnow.com. New details this morning after a robbery investigation and SWAT response shut down part of South Yakima. The intersection of Dalton Lane and South 18th Street closed for hours Wednesday afternoon into the evening as officers surrounded a home there. Yakima police say the investigation began just before 3 p.m. when a masked suspect armed with a gun forced his way into a home in northeast Yakima and stole property. Officers say evidence of gunfire was found at the scene, but no one was hurt. Police later located the suspect's vehicle and tracked it to a home off East Nob Hill Boulevard. Investigators say the 25-year-old suspect tried to run while officers worked to obtain a search warrant, but he was eventually taken into custody. He is now being held on possible charges, including first-degree robbery and unlawful possession of a firearm. A Walla Walla County judge ordered Sheriff Jim Raymond to return Franklin County property to the Department of Corrections. In a ruling issued this week, Superior Court Judge Brandon J. Johnson ordered Sheriff Jim Raymond to return several items, including 6 Glock handguns, a fingerprint machine, a 2023 Ford Explorer, and taser cartridges. The court gave the sheriff 5 days to return the vehicle fingerprint information and ammunition. The order also prohibits Raymond from threatening county employees with arrest without probable cause or using his office to intimidate staff. As for Sheriff Raymond, he says he's not giving up that easily.
I'll go to jail before I'll control the office. I'm not in agreement with the court orders, and my intentions at this time are not to abide by those orders. It is an issue that is completely packed full of lies, myths, truths. The fight will continue.
Franklin County Commission Chairman Rocky Mullen called the ruling a major step toward restoring normal county operations. Franklin County leaders are responding after concerns were raised this week about the future of regional services shared with Benton County. During Tuesday's Benton County Commissioners Workshop, leaders raised some concerns about potential impacts to public health services, emergency response, and human services programs. That's if Franklin County were to eventually create its own health district. But County Administrator Brian Danzel says much of the discussion was based on a single comment made during a commissioner meeting and says there are currently no formal plans to separate from the health district.
We believe in ourselves over here. We believe in self-reliance. County commissioners believe that we are to the point where we need to be doing our own things on certain issues.
Danzel says Franklin County's focus is on local accountability and serving its growing population. He also emphasized leaders on both sides of the river should continue working together respectfully. Under state law, any formal notice to separate would need to be filed by the end of June in order for a split process to begin this year. May is National Seatbelt Awareness Month, and as Washington launches its annual Click It or Ticket campaign, state troopers say one simple decision could mean the difference between walking away from a crash or never making it home. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen shows us why officials say seatbelt safety is still a major focus, even in a state leading the nation in seatbelt use.
During National Seatbelt Awareness Month, the Washington State Patrol and the Washington Traffic Safety Commission are reminding drivers buckling up takes seconds and can save your life. Troopers say Washington is a national leader in seatbelt use, but serious crashes involving unrestrained drivers and passengers still happen.
Every year, there's collisions that we go to investigate that may be a little significant, but if they were properly wearing their seatbelt, they wouldn't be seriously injured or even worse, end up being a fatal collision.
Preliminary data from the Washington Traffic Safety Commission shows 393 people were killed on Washington roads in 2025. 122 of them weren't wearing their seatbelts, about 1 in 3. Officials say it's often rural roads and short drives close to home where people get complacent.
If they're driving in their neighborhood or on roads that are familiar, especially if they're in less congested areas, they may underestimate the risk that they're taking by not being belted.
Troopers demonstrated what can happen in a crash if you're wearing your seatbelt properly.
The seatbelt is the only mechanism in your vehicle that will keep you in that driver's seat, and if used properly, in combination with your airbags, in combination with vehicle crumple zones, the likelihood of you surviving a collision is very high.
Mosqueda also urges parents to double-check child car seats, saying many are installed incorrectly or can loosen over time.
As a parent or as a guardian, we want to make sure you look back after a minute or two of driving to make sure that the child is still securely fastened in their car seat.
Statewide Click It or Ticket patrols run through the end of May with extra enforcement on seatbelts and car seats. Officials say the message is simple. Even if it's just a quick trip, buckle up every time.
When you need it, it's going to be too late to change your mind.
The commission says statewide seatbelt use is still around 94%, but they hope this month's education and enforcement pushes that higher and saves lives. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Very important reminder there. Washington's seatbelt ticket is $150, and that's per unbuckled person. Drivers are responsible for anyone under 16, but passengers 16 and older can actually be cited themselves. The ticket does go on your driving record. Your time is 5:09. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, a weekend of community events across the Tri-Cities is focused on honoring service members, raising awareness, and giving back. From free museum admission for military families to a Kennewick event, working to raise awareness about human trafficking. This morning, we're highlighting the events making an impact beyond just the weekend. And hey, if you are looking ahead to the weekend, Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth will have a look at your Friday forecast and beyond. He's also checking out some near freezing temps. Find out when you can expect those after the break.
You don't need to drop a ton of cash to make your home look like $1 million. You just need to hit up the Memorial Day Super Sale at Furniture Row. Shop top brands like Lazy Boy, Flex Steel, Bortholder Amish, and save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Score doorbuster deals before they're gone. And with 60 months no interest financing, it's easy to refresh any or every room in your home. Amazing selection, quality designs, stylish looks. The Memorial Day Super Sale, on now at Furniture Row.
25 years of making memories. 25 years of fun with family and friends. 25 years of Dust Devils baseball.
The fun continues this week. Friday, May 15th is school night, thanks to Polish Homes, and a family feast night, thanks to Tri-City Airport. Saturday, May 16th, we will all enjoy a post-game fireworks show presented by the Nuclear Care Partners.
Come be a part of our best season yet. Tickets at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball, a Tri-Cities tradition for 25 years.
Confidence starts with feeling your best. At Revive Wellness in Kennewick, we combine medical expertise with a calm, elevated experience. With our direct primary care model, you get 24-hour access to your provider, same-day appointments, no wait time, and personalized care to fit your needs. Revive Wellness, care that builds confidence from the inside out. Book now at revivewellnessllc.net.
Your time is a luxury. Let your lawn reflect it. Perfection Lawn Care is your private grounds team obsessed with detail. Crisp lines, lush turf, and preventive care that stays ahead of every weed and worry. We take on the heavy work and the fine details, season after season, so you don't have to. Choose a tailored package, come home to perfection, and never lift a finger. Perfection Lawn Care. Elevate your curb appeal. We'll take it from here.
If you know this feeling, you should know the facts. The eczema medication you're taking may not be right for you. Visit myrawtruth.com and talk to your dermatologist about your symptoms and treatment options.
It all comes down to this.
The four-night finale event continues tonight.
TV characters 1,500, and I better be up there.
Who will be crowned champion?
Come on. I knew it!
Celebrity Jeopardy All-Stars four-night finale event continues tonight on ABC.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We'll be flirting with freezing in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys over the next couple nights. I'll talk about that in just a second, but first I did want to talk about today's forecast. In the Yakima Valley, we'll have a mix of sun and clouds. I think the clouds are probably going to win out, but technically I'm still going with partly cloudy skies. The breeze is picking up. Highs only going to be in the 60s. It's going to be a very cool day. 66 for the Tri-Cities, 63 in Yakima. We're not even going to make it out of the 50s today in the Kittitas Valley. So a real February or March feel out there as opposed to the middle of May. Okay, so for tomorrow will be even cooler. At that point, 62 in Yakima, 12 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. But don't you worry, if you want the warmth to return, it will. We're going to be back into the mid to upper 70s as soon as next week. Normal stuff for this time of the year. Now, we're keeping a very close eye on some of those overnight lows for tonight and for tomorrow night, especially in the valleys, as remember, the freezing threshold is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll be right at that for tonight in Ellensburg, 34 in Yakima. And then for Saturday night, a couple of 34s on the map, so it looks like that threat's going to go down just a little bit. These could be the coldest nights on record, at least for May 15th, as the forecast low we're going with for tonight in Ellensburg, 32. The previous record is 31, set back in 2003. I think that's going to be our best opportunity to break said record. And then for Saturday night, the forecast low of 34, that previous record of 33 set all the way back in 1940 in Ellensburg. So we'll be watching all that very closely. Shower and thunderstorm chances picking up for Saturday, wind gusts picking up as well. We'll talk about all that coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. As the country prepares to celebrate America's 250th anniversary, One Tri-Cities Museum is once again honoring military families through a nationwide program. The Reach Museum is offering free admission to active duty service members and their families this summer through the Blue Star Museum's initiative. Museum leaders say it's also an opportunity to connect military families with the Tri-Cities' deep ties to national defense and American history. The initiative includes many exhibits highlighting how the Mid-Columbia helped shape the country through science, agriculture, engineering, and the Hanford site.
We know that, especially with the story of how the Manhattan Project came and changed our region so profoundly, the military was a big part of that. It was the Army Corps of Engineers and the military leaders who initially chose this site.
The program runs from Armed Forces Day, which is tomorrow, through Labor Day. It includes free admission for currently serving military personnel and up to 5 family members. The Blue Star Museum's program is offered nationwide through a partnership with the National Endowment for the Arts, Blue Star Families, and the Department of Defense. Another community event this weekend is focused on raising awareness and supporting local efforts to combat human trafficking. The Shine a Light event, put on by the Rotary Club of Columbia Center, is set for Saturday in Kennewick. Organizers spent part of yesterday preparing for the event during the Rotary's monthly luncheon, where Benton Franklin County Superior Court Judge Diana Ruff spoke with members. Rotary members say Saturday's event will feature live music, food, and community activities designed to educate people about human trafficking and how to help stop it.
It's a great cause. We have a huge problem in Tri-Cities. If you don't know that, it is a huge problem. We have some statistics that we've done in the past, so please come and join us.
The event starts tomorrow at 5 p.m. at 6222 West John Day Avenue in Kennewick. Tickets are $20. Proceeds from the event will support local anti-trafficking efforts and victim assistance programs. Your time is 5:17 here on your Friday. Coming up, Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth coming back with your ever important Friday and weekend forecast. We have made it, folks. Here's a live look out to Pasco as you get your day started. And as you do, you're probably wondering about the chance of showers and storms. Find out if those could impact your weekend plans on the other side of the break.
Is it lead in this protein powder too?
Is this sunscreen actually water resistant?
Why is peanut butter $2 more than last week?
And there's less.
You shouldn't have to question everything. For 90 years, Consumer Reports has been testing, reviewing, and advocating for you for answers you don't have to question. Consumer Reports. We never stop questioning.
We all love the feeling of saving during a Memorial Day sale. Now, let's make that feeling last all month long. Discover the all-new 2026 Subaru Outback, completely redesigned and built for everything life throws your way. Right now at McCurley Subaru, we're making it easier than ever to upgrade with special financing as low as 2.49% APR for 60 months on the new 2026 Subaru Outback. Discover the all-new 2026 Subaru Outback today at McCurley Subaru, your way home.
Your special day starts with the one dress that makes everything else disappear. Adore Formal Wear and Bridal Boutique in Pasco carries wedding gowns, prom dresses, quinceañera gowns, something for every size, every style, every budget. The dress that was made for you shouldn't feel out of reach. Find yours at
Slow down, look around, feel at home. Kittitas County invites you to experience the heart of small-town life. From sunrise coffee stops and welcoming Main Street stays to scenic trails, family-owned restaurants, local wineries, hometown breweries, handcrafted shops, and more. Plan your small-town getaway with the Love Local Passport, a curated guide to the best of Kittitas County. Download the Passport, plan your stay for a true small-town escape at centralwashingtonoutdoor.com.
Just like you, I'm working towards buying my first home.
I'm saving for my children's future.
Like you, I want financial tools that make my life easier.
At Hapo, we're more than employees. We're people just like you, and we understand what really matters.
Just like you,
We're planning for our future.
And I care about making a difference.
We're here to help you navigate life's milestones, big and small, because we're just like you. Join us at Hapo today.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We will have a chance for some showers and thunderstorms for tomorrow. It's not looking like it's going to be a washout, but you might have to dodge a few showers or thunderstorms. And it's because of this wave of energy that we've been tracking in the Gulf of Alaska, and this is bowing out, and eventually this will bring us some more coverage of showers and thunderstorms. So let's put all this into motion with Futurecast satellite and radar. See, by lunchtime, things really picking up for the Cascades, but it's going to be after 5 p.m. That's when snow levels are going to fall down to pass level, at least for both the Cascades and the Blues. Okay, then into tomorrow, our best time frame for lower elevations to see some showers and thunderstorms are going to be into the afternoon. You see some of these showers now dotting the map. That continues as we head into the evening, but after 5 p.m. looking much drier for lower elevations, and then even the mountains are going to see the snowfall drop off the map after 11 a.m. on Sunday. So if you have outdoor plans for this weekend, don't cancel them, but have that interactive radar feature on hand. That's going to come in quite handy with the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app, which you can download for free in the App Store or on Google Play. Now, after Saturday, there's not going to be that many precip chances to track in the Tri-Cities at all, but in terms of the precip that we're expecting for this weekend, it doesn't look like lower elevations are going to get that much at all. We're going to struggle to pick up around 1/10 of an inch of rainfall, but we could see some much better totals for mountain ranges, and models have trended a little bit snowier with this round. We're now looking at between 6 to 8 inches of snow for our highest mountain passes, including White Pass, that's U.S. Highway 12, Stevens Pass, that would be U.S. Highway 2, and then Oregon 204 at Tollgate over here in the Blues. So I'm still not thinking we'll see any pass closures or anything like that, but the impacts, I would say, have shifted from minor to moderate. Something to keep in mind if you do plan on traveling over any of those passes this weekend. Also, it's going to be windy as we head into tomorrow. Peak gusts between 40 to 45 miles per hour. Not too concerned about fires or blowing dust, but we'll keep a close eye on things. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Windy today, then a chance of showers and storms for Saturday. Much nicer by Sunday. In Yakima, lows very close to freezing Friday night and Saturday night. Protect the plants. And then for Ellensburg, also seeing lows around freezing Friday night and Saturday night. Another round of high winds during the day on Saturday. And then for Hermiston, windy through Saturday with a low in chance of a shower or a thunderstorm on Saturday. And finally for Walla Walla, almost 50-50 chances for rain and thunder on Saturday, just a little shy of that. Then leftover chances linger for Sunday and Monday.
Thank you, Josh. Happening today, heads up for your morning commute. A busy section of road in Richland is closed this morning for construction. The city of Richland says as of yesterday evening, Steptoe Street is closed between Gage Boulevard and the Columbia Park Trail roundabout.
Crews are working to remove and replace railroad tracks and traffic signals. Their goal is to reopen on Monday. But again, if you normally take Steptoe Street between Gage and the Columbia Park Trails roundabout, give yourself some extra time because you will be redirected through a detour this morning.
All right, your time is 5:24. Straight ahead, some of the entertainment world's biggest names are making headlines this morning, from Beyonce and Taylor Swift earning a new honor to the World Cup adding some major star power. Plus, why one Hollywood union could still be headed for tense contract talks behind the scenes. The very latest from Hollywood, that's after the break.
Spring is here and everything's in bloom at Queensgate Gardens. Bright flowering hanging baskets, fresh color, and garden-ready plants are waiting for you. Swing by in Richland and make your space pop. Queensgate Gardens, your spring starts here.
The little pill with a big story to tell.
Jardiance plays a role in my story, too. I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well with Jardiance, a once-daily pill that helps lower my A1C. It works 24/7 in the body to flush out some sugar.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death, too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is a little pill with a big story to tell. And if you ask me, it's pretty swell. Action!
This is something that I've been dreaming about. I want to be a singer.
And I believe
I can do it.
Being here just means the entire world to me.
You were born to sing.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial House Dermatology Center in Benton City.
For 50 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion. We're more than just a flower shop and specialize in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. Our experienced designers are here to help you with all your floral needs, ensuring that every bouquet is as special as the moment it celebrates. Visit us today on Clearwater in Kennewick. We're part of your community and can't wait to help you celebrate life's moments. Shelby's Floral.
Welcome back, everybody. In entertainment news this morning, remember that writers and actors strike from about 3 years ago? Well, that's not going to happen again for at least 4 years after both unions recently agreed to new deals.
That's right, but one union hasn't yet, the Directors Guild. The DGA's current contract with the movie studios runs until the end of next month. The Guild has one sticking point that might get in the way of a new contract, and that would be healthcare.
Right now, directors enjoy a plan with no premiums and a $1,000 out-of-pocket maximum. But it lost close to $40 million in 2024, so premiums are likely going to come into play here.
Studios say they're already chipping in more money, and union leaders admit their members will also have to contribute more.
Man, sounds like a pretty nice deal there. We'll see what happens on that front. While one Hollywood union continues working through those contract talks, though, some of music's biggest stars are being recognized for their impact on the industry. Beyonce and Taylor Swift have a new honor alongside their names. Their work is on the 2026 lineup of the Library of Congress National Recording Registry.
It includes Swift's 1989 album and Beyonce's song, "All the Single Ladies." Put a ring on it, that's the official name. But some other artists on the list with their individual works recognized include the Go-Go's, Weezer, Vince Gill, and Paul Anka.
It's always a great day when Josh gets to sing a little bit on the show, isn't it? It really brightens my day. So another new addition is the original cast of the Broadway show Chicago. Roseanne Cash's induction for her album The Wheel is history-making. I do have to say, though, Josh, I don't think you're going to catch me singing anytime soon. I have to spare the people at home.
Oh, man. Okay, well, we'll work on that. Well, speaking of big names, the World Cup final is getting a halftime lineup that's just as star-packed as the match itself. FIFA officials announced Thursday that Shakira, Madonna, and K-pop superstars BTS will perform at the first ever halftime show. What a show!
Oh my goodness, that's a crazy lineup. The final is scheduled for July 19th at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. World Cup 2026 begins June 11th in Mexico City and will have matches played in several locations, including the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. This is a really huge deal. Are you going to be paying attention to this?
I am. I'm not the biggest soccer football fan, but I definitely tune in every 4 years for the World Cup, so I will be watching.
Really?
And the incentives are up now that, remember the last go round, the U.S., or I think it was 2 World Cups ago, the U.S. wasn't in, so now this is our second one back. So yeah, I'll be plugged in.
I don't remember because unlike the rest of the world, I don't pay attention to soccer. Oh. But I know it's trying to grow in the U.S. a lot, so this has my attention though.
Yeah, maybe
this halftime show.
Catch a match or two.
Yeah, I think so. This is my year.
Yes.
All right, still ahead on Good Morning Northwest. There's progress this morning in restoring irrigation water across the Tri-Cities. Some good news there. One major pump now back online after critical repairs when officials expect water to fully return next. And a longtime freight company is making a major investment in Pasco. Old Dominion opened a new distribution center that's twice the size of its previous facility. We'll take a look inside in your next half hour. But first, your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, the big 3 wireless carriers teaming up. AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon are working together to keep more people connected by reducing wireless dead zones in the U.S. The plan is to work with satellite providers to boost service in rural and underserved areas. Meta is opening up its Ray-Ban display glasses to third-party apps. The company is now accepting submissions from developers for apps and games for the $800 frames. The platform will work with apps that have iOS or Android mobile app and will also be compatible with web apps. And finally, Amazon has reportedly ditched its Lord of the Rings game that was in development. The multiplayer game had faced an uncertain future after a wave of layoffs in the gaming division. But the company is now hinting that something else related to Middle-earth might be in the works. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Hannah Battah. Have a great day.
At Allstate, what's important to you is important to us.
God, I'm telling you, this girl just came out of nowhere.
And right now, what's important to Blake is not getting in trouble with his dad. The good news is if you have accident forgiveness from Allstate, your auto rate won't go up just because of an accident, even if it is your fault. Sorry, Squirrel's fault. Because we all deserve a second chance. Right, Dad? If it's important to you, it's important to us. You're in good hands with Allstate.
When you need longer-lasting body pain relief, try Aleve. Just 1 dose of Aleve provides pain relief for up to 12 hours from all types of body pain. Aleve, longer-lasting body pain relief.
Oh, what is that musty smell?
Oh, damp.
Damn. Oh, damn.
Hey, language.
Damprid traps excess moisture to eliminate musty smells. Get rid of the damp with Damprid.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning to you and happy Friday. Thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Wendy Redman, hoping your day is off to a great start. It's going to get even better because we're pulling in Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth now with the very latest. And yeah, I've got those Friday vibes, Josh. I'm pretty happy. So don't damper my spirits with any bad news in the weather.
Well, the vibes are up, but the temperatures are going down as we do have that potential for some freezes in the Kittitas and the Yakima valleys for tonight and for tomorrow night. Wind gusts coming back for Saturday, shower and thunderstorm chances coming back for Saturday. But look, it's not going to be as windy as a couple days ago, and it's not going to be a washout for this weekend. Okay, we are tracking some winds already for this morning. It's breezy in the Kittitas Valley. Elsewhere, there's some light breezes out there. And then in terms of the temperatures, we're showing you the real feels just because we do have those gusts in play this morning. So it feels like we're in the 30s and 40s for lower elevations. Feels like we're 18 degrees right now in or out White Pass. Okay, your coat cast for today for the Tri-Cities. all light jacket weather, no t-shirt weather, maybe at the very warmest part of the day, 65. If we see some breaks of sunshine, then perhaps it would be some t-shirt weather, but very borderline. For today, cool 50s and 60s, especially with those winds. Shower and thunderstorm chances picking up in the Kittitas Valley. We will talk about that. Also an update on your climate numbers. All that coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. We do begin this half hour of news in Kennewick, where there's some progress in restoring irrigation water across the Tri-Cities. The Kennewick Irrigation District says one of 2 pumps at the Chandler pumping plant is back up and running after major repairs. Crews started refilling the canal system this week, but officials say it could take several days for water to reach all customers. The second pump is still being reassembled and is expected to be online by May 19th. That's according to the United States Bureau of Reclamation. Until then, KID is asking customers to please follow the voluntary watering schedule. An award-winning shipping company with operations in the Tri-Cities is expanding, opening a brand new distribution center in Pasco. This morning, Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz takes us to the building and explains what it's bringing to the city.
The Old Dominion Freight Line has found a home in Pasco for over 20 years, and after outgrowing its old distribution center, the company is opening a brand new one, twice its size.
Being able to retire 4 months ago and to get this opportunity to come back here has been amazing. To see the city of Pasco as it grows and be a part of it.
Dozens of workers, stakeholders, and community members came together Thursday afternoon, celebrating the new 63-door facility. Old Dominion says that the center comes with new state-of-the-art technology, from security and fueling to automation and weighing.
We have machines called dimensioners that actually laser measure the freight, a special way of weighing that freight so we can calculate all those type of things. I think we're the largest less than truckload facility in Eastern Washington.
Varian says that he estimates the facility can help bring the company 20 more years of growth in the area, something that residents in attendance say they hope can bring more opportunities to Pasco.
As the Tri-Cities grows, the capacity for freight will grow as well. So here we are looking forward to be able to handle the capability of the business.
Old Dominion says that it hopes that the new center will help bring a handful of jobs to the area in the coming years. Reporting from Pasco, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
Old Dominion Freight Line works internationally as a less than truckload shipping service, which combines cargo from several shipments. Your time is 5:36. Still ahead, facing elimination. Kamiakin baseball responded in a big way last night. The Braves rallied from behind to move one step closer to state. This morning, we'll highlight that turning point in the game. And Josh is coming back with a look at your First Alert weather forecast. Good morning to you out in Ellensburg. Oh, we have a little bit of action going on this shot this morning. Do we have any action in the weather department, though, for your Friday? Josh will detail out what you can expect temperature-wise after this.
It all comes down to this.
The 4-night finale event continues tonight.
TV characters 1,500, and I better be up there. Who will be crowned champion? Come on. I knew it!
Celebrity Jeopardy All-Stars 4-night finale event continues tonight on ABC.
I have active psoriatic arthritis, but want to move with more freedom. So I'm ready to jump in with Skyrizi. Along with clearer skin, Skyrizi helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And it's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi.
For 50 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion. We're more than just a flower shop and specialize in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. Our experienced designers are here to help you with all your floral needs, ensuring that every bouquet is as special as the moment it celebrates. Visit us today on Clearwater in Kennewick. We're part of your community and can't wait to help you celebrate life's moments. Shelby's Floral.
Slow down, look around, and let your creative side lead the way. Experience small-town life in Ellensburg, Washington. From crafted coffee and inspiring Main Street stays, to inventive cuisine, local wine, craft beer, locally curated shops, outdoor art, galleries, and the artists who shape this community. Get inspired and plan your creative escape with the Love Local Passport, a curated guide to Ellensburg's best. Download the Passport to plan your stay where creativity lives everywhere at myellensburg.com.
Your time is a luxury. Let your lawn reflect it. Perfection Lawn Care is your private grounds team obsessed with detail. Crisp lines, lush turf, and preventive care that stays ahead of every weed and worry. We take on the heavy work and the fine details, season after season, so you don't have to. Choose a tailored package, come home to perfection, and never lift a finger. Perfection Lawn Care. Elevate your curb appeal. We'll take it from here.
Home isn't just walls and a roof, it's where hope begins. With Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity, you can build that home together with people who care. Our path to ownership is affordable and supportive, with education and partnership at every step. Wondering if you qualify? Fill out our online application. We are building in Benton and Franklin counties and in Walla Walla. Apply online today. Let's build the place you'll call home.
It all comes down to this.
The 4-night finale event continues tonight.
TV characters 1,500, and I better be up there.
Who will be crowned champion?
Come on.
I knew it!
Celebrity Jeopardy All-Stars 4-night finale event continues tonight on ABC.
Well, I guess it is that time of the week once again. Let's go ahead and dive into those climate numbers, starting off with the rainfall numbers we've been tracking since October 1st on this side of the graphic, the actual numbers we've tracked this side of the graphic, what we would typically see during the stretch, and then over here the rainfall surpluses and deficits. And it is mostly surpluses, in fact some very good surpluses for the basin, roughly between 20 to 25%, but we still do have this deficit. It's a small deficit, but a deficit nonetheless for the Bluefoot Hills and Pendleton. Now let's talk about those reservoirs. Okay, in the Yakima Basin, if you tallied up all the water that's actually in the reservoirs right now, we still have 20% more than we typically would for this time of the year, but this number over the past few weeks keeps dropping by about 5 percentage points. Last week this was plus 25, so this continues to sink down. Why is it sinking down? Well, it's because now we're in snowmelt season and we just don't have the snow to replenish our reservoirs, as we have 85% less snow than normal right now in the Yakima Basin. That is not a good number. And then for McKay Dam, the reservoir levels are already below normal for this time of the year. We're at minus 10%. Look at this number. I've never seen it this low before. Negative 98%. We're almost out of snow in the blue. So that McKay Dam number is going to go down in a hurry. Okay, now we do have some mountain snowfall on the way. I don't think it's going to be enough to really make a difference in the grand scheme of things. We'll talk about that, those shower and thunderstorm chances for this weekend, all that coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. On the Sports Beat this morning, Hanford and Kamiakin High School met in the district playoffs for baseball in an elimination game. Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable recaps the winner-go-home game.
In the top of the fourth inning, the Hanford Falcons led the Kamiakin Braves 3-0 on Kamiakin's home field. With the season on the line, the Braves responded with a 4-run fourth inning highlighted by a 2 RBI triple by Christian Bauer.
Kind of knew he was going to throw me a fastball first pitch. I'm batting pretty low, so I was expecting a first pitch fastball, and I just saw it and hit it. So just go out for everything, play like it's our last, and it could be. So just go out, play everything like it's your last, and have fun.
To close the game out, Kamiakin turned to WSU commit Taryn Carlson, who pitched a scoreless 2 innings to seal the win.
Honestly, we're just trying to put them away. If I didn't have my defense, I would have done what I've done. Really need those guys for sure.
Kamiakin is now 1 win away from making their 4th state tournament appearance in the past 5 years.
Yeah, just keep taking it pitch by pitch and focus on what we can control
and back to timely hitting and throwing strikes, and let the chips fall where they fall.
Kamiakin last won a state baseball title in 2012, and they have a shot at their third in school history with one more win. In Kennewick, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
Well, Kamiakin advances to play Chiawana in the final round of the district playoffs. The winner advances to the state tournament, and the loser's season will come to an end. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we have your morning sprint. Everything you need to know before you head out the door on this Friday morning. And of course, Josh coming back with a look at your First Alert weather forecast. Do you need to be all ready for showers and possible storms this weekend? Find out after this.
When you're ready for more peace and quiet, Numerica has flexible home loans so you can get more for what you love. Numerica Credit Union, money where it matters.
For over 30 years, DuraShine Clean has been the Tri-Cities premier cleaning service. More than just sweeping and mopping, we're your partner for a clean and healthy environment. We protect your brand and improve your company's image. No business is too big or too small for DuraShine Clean. Our teams get the job done right for you. Need to sparkle? Call us today for a free quote and let us help your business shine. At DuraShine Clean, we keep it clean.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, but thanks to Skyrizi and Clearer Skin, I'm all in. Most people saw 90% clearer skin from head to toe. Skyrizi is only 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi.
At Prosser Memorial Health, expert skincare starts close to home. Board-certified dermatologist Dr. Richard Lynn is now seeing patients of all ages at Prosser Specialty Clinic, providing comprehensive medical dermatology services. From skin cancer detection and treatment to acne, rashes, psoriasis, and mole or wart removal, you can trust experienced, personalized care. Schedule your appointment today with Dr. Lynn by calling 509-786-5599 or visit prosserhealth.org.
This Memorial Day, we pause. At Sunset Gardens, more than 1,200 flags align our pathways as our community comes together to remember, honor, and reflect. Begin your weekend with us on Sunday with complimentary hot dogs and time to gather. Then on Monday at 11, experience a special ceremony featuring Major General William West Sousa and a Gold Star tribute with Alexandra Macaulay. Stay for live music, family activities, hot dogs, and snow cones following the program. This Memorial Day, be part of something meaningful.
Max, go get the ball. Go get the ball, Max. When you're ready for more space to play, Numerica has flexible home loans so you can get more for what you love. Numerica Credit Union, money where it matters.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We will have a chance for some showers and thunderstorms for this weekend. Now look, it's not going to be a washout, but we'll step you through it. And it's because of this area of low pressure that is coming down the Gulf of Alaska right now, and it's swinging our way. And so that's what will provide the energy for showers and thunderstorms. Let's put all this into motion with Futurecast satellite and radar, and around lunchtime, that's when things really going to start to pick up for the Cascades. But after 5 p.m., that's when snow levels are going to drop down to pass level for both the Cascades and the Blues. Okay, in terms of lower elevations, it's going to be this time frame right here, right around lunchtime on Saturday, if not a little bit after that. That's when some of these showers and thunderstorms are going to start to pop up on the map. And then after 5 p.m. looking much drier for lower elevations. And then even the mountains by between 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Sunday, that's when all the snow will drop off on those portions of the map as well. If you want to see hour by hour and day by day precip chances for your exact home address location, you can do exactly that by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app. It's going to come in quite handy for this weekend if you have any outdoor plans. Okay, so overall, the precip chances for tomorrow in the Yakima Valley, only about a 20% chance. And after that, the forecast goes dry once again. In general, lower elevation is going to end up being pretty dry from this storm system. Rainfall accumulations less than 1/10 of an inch for lower elevations, but the mountains picking up decent totals, and now models are trending a little bit snowier with this storm system. Stevens Pass, White Pass, Tollgate over in the blues, we're looking at anywhere between 6 to 8 inches of snow. Definitely enough to see some moderate impacts to some of those passes, but I'm not expecting any pass closures, chain requirements. Remember, studded tires have been in the rearview mirror for quite some time at this point. Wind gusts coming back for Saturday as well. Peak gusts between 40 to 45 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley. We would classify these as high winds, but just not seeing the fire or the blowing dust potential like we were just a few days back. It's not as dry outside, and it's not going to be as windy either. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Windy Friday, then a chance of showers and storms for Saturday. Much nicer by Sunday. In Yakima, lows very close to freezing Friday night and Saturday night. Protect the plants. And then for Ellensburg, also seeing lows around freezing over the next couple nights, and another round of high winds we were just talking about during the day on Saturday. Then for Hermiston, windy through Saturday with a low and chance of a shower or thunderstorm on Saturday. And finally for Walla Walla, almost 50-50 chances for rain and thunder for tomorrow. Then leftover chances linger Sunday and Monday.
Now, the morning sprint.
Here are the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. Newly obtained documents are providing new insight into the March resignation of former Pasco Parks and Recreation Director Jesse Rice. A city summary says an external investigation found all allegations made by a fellow employee were founded. The complaint included allegations of unwanted physical contact and repeated visits that made the employee uncomfortable. Rice denied the allegations and resigned before disciplinary action was completed. City leaders say Pasco followed policy and remains committed to a harassment-free workplace. A robbery investigation and SWAT response shut down part of South Yakima for hours Wednesday afternoon. Police say a masked suspect armed with a gun forced his way into a home and stole property. Investigators later tracked the suspect's vehicle to a home near East Nob Hill Boulevard. Officers say the 25-year-old suspect tried to run before eventually being arrested. He could now face charges including robbery and unlawful possession of a firearm. A Walla Walla County judge ordered Franklin County Sheriff Jim Raymond to return several items to the Department of Corrections, including firearms, equipment, and a county vehicle. The ruling also prohibits Raymond from threatening county employees with arrest without probable cause. The sheriff says he disagrees with the court order and does not plan to comply willingly. The Kennewick Irrigation District says one of 2 pumps at the Chandler pumping plant is back online now after major repairs. Crews have started refilling the canal system, though officials say it could still take several days for water to reach all customers. The second pump is expected to return to service by May 19th. Until then, customers are still being asked to follow the voluntary watering schedule. The Reach Museum is once again offering free admission to active duty military members and their families through the nationwide Blue Star Museums program. Museum leaders say the initiative is a way to honor military families while also highlighting the Tri-Cities' deep connections to national defense and American history. The program begins tomorrow on Armed Forces Day and runs through Labor Day. In your national headlines this morning, the Smithsonian Castle in Washington, D.C. will temporarily reopen later this year. It's part of the nation's 250th birthday celebration. The historic building has been closed for renovations since 2023, but construction will pause through the summer, allowing visitors back inside for special exhibits and events. The castle originally opened in 1855 and remains the Smithsonian Institution's oldest building. Experts are reminding people to be cautious when using artificial intelligence tools for financial help or document review. They say records like bank statements and tax returns can contain sensitive information that could become vulnerable in the event of a data breach. Experts recommend reviewing privacy policies, opting out of AI training programs, and removing personal information before uploading documents. In business news now, a group of former Spirit Airlines employees is suing the company over back pay benefits and layoff notices following the airline's shutdown earlier this month. The lawsuit claims workers were not properly warned about layoffs and are still owed money for hours worked and unused vacation time. The suit was filed in New York bankruptcy court and could expand into a class action representing thousands of former employees. Comcast says it has reached a proposed settlement in a class action lawsuit tied to a 2023 data breach. The company says the agreement would create a fund worth more than $117 million for eligible customers and related expenses. The lawsuit accused Comcast of inadequate cybersecurity practices, while the company continues to deny any wrongdoing. Talking health now. This morning, the CDC says it is currently monitoring 41 people for possible hantavirus exposure following an outbreak linked to a cruise ship last month. Health officials say there are no confirmed hantavirus cases in the United States right now, and the overall risk to the public remains low. Those being monitored are being asked to stay home and avoid contact with others for 42 days, while officials continue testing and observing. A new study out of London suggests engaging with the arts may help slow biological aging. Researchers found activities like concerts, museums, and other cultural experiences may provide benefits comparable to physical activity, especially when people regularly participate in a variety of events. The study highlights the role of social interaction, sensory stimulation, and creativity in overall health and wellness. In sports, the Seattle Mariners wrapped up their road series in Houston with an 8-3 win over the Astros Thursday night. Seattle jumped out to an early lead in the first inning and never trailed again, adding runs throughout the game with a strong showing at the plate that included 7 extra base hits. The win gave the Mariners 3 victories in the 4-game series before returning home to face the Padres tonight. The Professional Women's Hockey League is expanding to Las Vegas, with the new team set to begin play later on this year. League officials say support from the NHL's Vegas Golden Knights will help launch the franchise, which becomes the PWHL's first team in the American Southwest. Local leaders say hockey participation in Nevada has grown significantly since the Golden Knights arrived in 2017, especially among girls and women. One American sailor is back on dry land after completing a journey around the world in a boat he built himself. Josh Cayley returned to North Carolina this week after becoming the first American to circumnavigate the globe. He did this in a boat less than 20 feet long that's shorter than most pickup trucks.
The trip was part of the mini globe race and lasted more than 220 days, or just over 5,000 hours, crossing vast stretches of open ocean. Cayley says the journey pushed both his physical and mental endurance to the limit, as I imagine it would.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I could be by myself for that long, let alone be in the middle of the ocean on a boat that I built. I would have to be very secure in my handiwork. I guess it's good he built it because then he probably knows how to fix everything. Mm-hmm. But should he need to? Oh my goodness.
I would need some sort of
pressure.
Companion, maybe my cat, or maybe a Wilson ball.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe a volleyball.
Yeah, but congratulations to Josh. Awesome name.
From another Josh.
Yes.
All right, up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6, the search for Milton Free Water's next city manager is entering a new phase. City leaders and community members are both expected to help shape the decision. We're breaking down what's coming up next. Plus, a city bus crash in Kennewick is not being treated as a hit and run, despite the other driver leaving the scene. Police say there's a reason why. What they believe happened just ahead. Josh?
Yeah, we are tracking some colder nights over the next couple nights, maybe freezing, and then winds coming back, shower and thunderstorm chances coming back for this weekend. We'll talk about all that coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.